Today, I want to talk about success and how the most dangerous moment in any pursuit isn't when you're failing. Failing forces reflection, but success, especially early success, breeds comfort. Comfort will be the will comfort will stop your momentum. Uh, you look at your pursuits, and a victory in your pursuits isn't a green light to celebrate. It's a data point that showing you that your baseline is working. A lot of people like to celebrate early. A lot of people will tell you to celebrate the small successes. While that may be okay, it's good to have a little bit of pride and be happy about the small successes, the progress you're making. That it's the job isn't finished. I believe Kobe Bryant had said something where like a reporter had asked him, I can't remember how it went, but basically he was saying, what is there to be happy about? The job's not done. And I think there was some large success. I don't know much about basketball. I just seen the clip, but the whole of it was that though they are in a very good position, the job's not done. So, like, say you have a goal, a monthly goal. Say you're in sales, and your goal is to reach $100,000 in sales this month, and you reach that $100,000, and you have 10 days left in the month. Well, you've hit your goal. Celebrate. Well, no, because then you spend the next 10 days not doing what you've been doing that breeded the success, which that stops your momentum. And if you think about there's the classic scene where someone's running a race, and they're getting to the finish line, they put their hands up, they say, yes, I've won. And the second place person walks right past them in the first place, and they lose because they celebrated too early. And another way you could think about it is you're on a road trip, and you're on your way to New York. You're heading from Florida to New York. We're going on a trip. And so you pull over in New Jersey and you camp on the side of the road because you're making progress, it's very important when you're seeing progress that you continue. It's the most important that when you're seeing progress that you continue. That I think there's an argument for not celebrating at all, is then you are stepping out of the system and you're messing with the baseline of what is working. So, you have a really good week at work, you make a lot of money, and you spend the whole weekend fucking off. You were in a really good position before that weekend, but you fuck your cash up on a bender, and it's not good. It's not a good thing. Had you just continued doing what you were doing, you'd be in a better place, and you'd still be on with that momentum, doing the same things that had been working for you. If we stop, take a deep breath, we look at the destination that we're headed to, and we're making progress to that destination, and we consider how much progress that we have made, it's good to feel good about that, because that is a reflection of your hard work and where you've been going, the place that you're trying to reach. But if we celebrate that progress, then it's like a victory. It's when it's actually a milestone. And a milestone is an update and a data point on the progress that you've made, like the 200-mile marker out of the 400 miles. But it's not the victory that you feel like it is. And that's not to take away from your efforts. You know, be proud of the hard work that you're putting in and continue the way that you are. But don't let the small victories and the small wins take away from the path that you're actually on. It's very easy for the results of the progress to get to us, especially our ego. That's something that I have to work with a lot. I've had to work with that a lot over the years in general, is not getting an ego about myself. And in that progress, knowing that I know nothing, but seeing the progress is a reflection of the system and maintaining the system's integrity. That way we can produce the outcomes. There's many ways to approach that, but give yourself a pat on the back. Don't celebrate too early. Continuing even when you're seeing results is the most important. That failure will inspire reflection, and you'll have to reassess your system. But progress will tap into a side of you that you quit early. You don't actually get to the point that you're going. You know, it's a dopamine hit. I think and I am guilty of doing this, and there's no but about it. I am guilty of doing this, and I benefit from the same feelings of exactly what I'm talking about, which is kind of why I'm talking about this. I have things that I'm aspiring to do, and by telling other people about those things, my brain rewards me in the same way as if I had already done those things. So I had already received the reward, so the momentum is interrupted, and there's a very high chance that I don't continue doing the thing because I had already, like, neurologically received the reward of what it was that I'm pursuing. That's a very bad thing to do, because you become the person that talks about it, but you're not being about it. And that's a large shift that I've made over the years, of talking about things and actually being about them, or just not talking about them at all and showing up with the result. But I love to talk, and I love to share my ideas and my aspirations with people close to me. But I know that if I share too much, that there will be people that leech that energy from me, and I have to be careful of that, because you don't want to give away all of that energy that you would be putting into the result to those people. Like we talked about in previous videos, you don't want to, you have to have that delusional confidence of ignoring the facts and the figures of, only 0.1% people actually succeed at the thing that you're trying to do. Well, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna fucking succeed, dog. Like, it's gonna happen, right? But by talking about the progress instead of just showing the results, you open yourself up to that like, it's like spell casting. It's people casting spells upon you. They're broadcasting their language to you, and that net captures your mind, and then it sows seeds of doubt. And We don't accept that. We do what we want because we're free thinkers. We have conviction in ourselves. We know who we are. We we know who we we know who I am, not what I do. I do things, but I am this person. And in that is where all of the magic happens. Because when you know yourself and you're not susceptible to the spell casting magic of the tongue from other people, then it doesn't matter what they say. But when you don't even open the door of opportunity for those people to cast that spell, then you're bound from it. You bind that spell, you rebuke it. And like you do that inherently by not opening the door of opportunity. I do talk about doors of opportunity pretty frequently, about how there are certain doors of opportunity that present themselves to us, and how I don't even come close to the doorknob, let alone open the door. Like the door of opportunity for getting arrested, let's say, that's the easiest one, that I don't involve myself in activities that could potentially open the door of opportunity to become arrested. Now, there are many reasons why you could be arrested, and sometimes you accidentally near the doorknob of those doors. But then you have like permitting behavior, like giving yourself excuses. If you give yourself excuses, then there's a chance that you open the door of not doing the thing that you said you would, not keeping your promises. Or for like infidelity within a relationship, you have the door of opportunity of committing that infidelity by speaking with the friendly woman or man, knowing that they have ulterior motives, and you can feel it in their energy, continuing to be friendly with them, thinking, oh, that's okay. You're nearing the doorknob to open the door of opportunity. Open for attention is open for business. That's just the way it is. So if you're open for attention, then the door of opportunity, you are standing beside of it. And as soon as you receive the right attention that you desire, you'll open the door. You may not open it physically, you'll open it emotionally, confiding in, if you have a relationship with someone like that you love and respect, and you've made that commitment for them, and you're emotionally involved with someone else, telling them things that you wouldn't even tell your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, that's essentially fucking cheating, dog, But because of maintaining that, it's just a friend or whatever, that's not an insecurity thing. That's like energy exchange. It's just the way it is, right? It's okay to be friendly with the opposite sex, but you can tell based off of the energy of these people of what potential doors of opportunity that may be opened based off of that energy. And you have to protect yourself from those doors, because those doors of opportunity, not just with infidelity, with everything, will ruin your life. Or permitting behavior from a child. If the child is screaming and crying and you give them what they want, you have now opened this door of that behavior being permissible, and you will receive that same behavior, and now you have to work to close that door and to show them that that behavior is not okay. But because you've already opened the door, you now have to find a way to close it. It's very easy to open these doors of opportunity. It's very hard to close them. I didn't plan on talking about doors of opportunity tonight, but I think I'll do a talk about that sometime soon. The main thing is not celebrating too early. That when you're seeing progress, continue what you're doing. It's a reflection of the things that you are doing are working. They're not victories. Though they may be victories in their own right, they should not be celebrated to the they shouldn't be celebrated. It's okay to feel good about your victories, but if you're fucking celebrating them, then you're probably going to you're going to halt your momentum, and you're going to end up really like the flywheel, right? And the flywheel, I can't remember who talked about it. I read something about this too, where like the flywheel has to crank, and if you don't continue to crank the flywheel, like it's a speed exponentiator or whatever. You spin it one rotation and it begins to spin the other thing a lot quicker than the thing that is spinning it. So I don't fucking know what I'm talking about, actually. Fuck it. Look it up. You don't even know what you're looking up. Whatever. Basically, if you stop to look at the wheel spin, then it's going to take 2 to 3 times the amount of power that it took in the first place to get it spinning again, which is similar to like taking days off or cheat meals. You're on a weight loss thing, and you're losing a lot of weight, and you're like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna eat like a pig this weekend. It's gonna take a lot of effort to get all of that weight that you just gained this weekend off, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna celebrate. It is a victory, and you just turned a victory into a failure because you wanted to celebrate. Don't do that. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to enjoy yourself. It's okay to take pride in your work and your efforts, but don't expose yourself to potential for those things to be halted because you wanted to celebrate the small wins. You have a destination that you're headed towards. Let's make sure we get there and then celebrate. Let's not camp on the side of the highway. Let's make it to the campground. You know what I mean? Let's make it to the finish line. Don't throw your hands up. You're never going to spike the ball. You're never going to do your touchdown dance if you're fucking celebrating at the 40-yard goal line. You got to make it to the goal line. So if you want to do the touchdown dance, do it in the end zone. Right? That's what we're trying to say. But I hope y'all have a good rest of the night. We'll talk to you again soon, man. Y'all take care, all right? Remember, no excuses, only results. We fucking put in work. We work hard, and we celebrate in the end zone. We don't celebrate before we get to the end zone. No excuses, only results. Y'all leave a comment, like the shit, share it if you found some value in it, if you think somebody else would find some value in it. And I appreciate y'all leaving comments, man. That's cool. I appreciate it, dog. Those of y'all that do, I appreciate it. I know somebody's watching my videos when they come out, and y'all are leaving likes and shit. I appreciate that too. Thank you for the support. We got a lot of things going on. We're busy as fuck. So we're going to continue as we are. Y'all take care, all right? No excuses, only results.